Hey there, welcome to the first episodes of the basics of advanced techniques. The goal of this series is to give you the step one understanding of very small techniques that are not setups, they're not tricks, they're used everywhere very, very often, and they're not so often discussed. If you want to start out and get a better idea of what people are doing and understand faster the setups that you want to apply, then this is for you. The very first episode is going to be about quick draws. Quick drawing items is very useful, and let's jump straight into it. But first of all, I'm going to show you how I start my practice. I stay on this title file and I immediately pop out the GZ menu and warp to Song. I enjoy warping to Lon Lon Ranch because it's completely flat, there's no enemies, and time of day is not passing. This is very convenient. I enjoy Southgate because it gives me a lot of room around me, and then I put a save state. Therefore, I will have everything in the inventory so I can practice with anything that I want. And this is what I'm going to be using at first. So let's jump into it, and we're going to start with the items that you can quick draw without using targets. So it's going to be the Master Sword, for example. It also works with the Kokiri Sword. We're going to call that one-handed items. And you can quick draw them by using the crouch to cancel the animation, because otherwise you would slash your sword to pull it out, which attracts the attention of Gibdos, it makes Links move, and it takes a lot of time. The bottle would swipe, and you don't want that to happen. So the way this works is you're going to press B, which is going to start the slashing, and during the start of that, so directly after pressing B, you're going to press R and hold it. So this is going to cancel the animation, have Link crouch, so Link has not moved, his sword is now in his hand, and you've performed the quick draw. It works exactly the same with the bottle, and this is very useful. You can quick draw those items, it's really fast, and it's pretty lenient. You have quite a bit of time to press R, but you know, being quick is nice, and you can press both at the same time on the same frame, it will still work. Now the second technique is going to be for what we refer as first person items, such as the bow or the hook shot. Those can also be quick drawn, and it makes it that Link will not go into first person view. And by this, you will not have the small amount of time that Link goes to reach it before he can actually get into first person mode. Like if you already have it in hand, then you will directly go into that state. So if you can quick draw an item before having to use it, you actually save a few frames. The way this works is that it's going to be the exact same, but this time you have to hold target. So you hold target and you do the same thing as just before. You press the item and then press R just after or at the same time. It's not super complicated. It will work with the bow, it will work with the hook shot, it will work with the boomerang, with the slingshot. And remember that this can be useful for other things than just being able to shoot fast. It's for example, as a child, if you're having a stick on fire, then you can be running and quick draw the slingshot or the boomerang, for example, and it will draw back the stick so that it's not on fire anymore, and you will not lose it. And it's pretty fast. It's much faster than waiting for the put away to be available. So that's the first way that you want to learn. This is the main thing about quick draws. So we have those two without target, and then we have first person item with target. Now you have other options. For example, you could quick draw your sword mid-air, for example in a backflip, it will but not really work during a side hop because it will jump slash. You have alternatives, but I don't want to go into too much precisions with it, but you could do things like that. This will work also for the bottle. And in terms of first person items, if you draw them in midair, you will still go into first person mode, or they will still be drawn not exactly the way you want. The way you can solve that is by using the shield, exactly as the previous technique. If you know you have to backflip and you want to use that time to quick draw your hook shot, just use the shield and you'll quick draw it midair. This works during the side hops, but then you will not get some of the impacts of pulling out the hook shot or pulling out the bow, but that's not the topic that we want to cover. I think we're basically done with quick draws right here. I don't want to go into frame data. This is not my point. The quick draws are very helpful because you do not move if you're trying to do a setup that will require, for example, entrance position and then a jump slash or whatsoever. So this is very nice. It's also nice because it doesn't attract gibdos. The rest of the quick draws are nice because you can keep moving and you know, just keep going. You'll have your items in hand. So this is all basics, and I'll catch you in the next episodes for more basic knowledge to go on with advanced techniques. See you later.